Last week, President Trump explicitly directed the Justice Department to scrutinise Chris Krebs to see if it can find any evidence of criminal wrongdoing. How is that not an abuse of power to direct the Justice Department to look into an individual, a named individual?
Just one question, enough to freeze an entire press room. A simple challenge, yet it exposes the uncomfortable tension between power and fairness. Can a signature alone make anything lawful? A simple question with no simple answer. During a White House press briefing earlier this week, New York Times correspondent Jonathan Swan raised a question that, on the surface, seemed straightforward, but it struck a nerve. The core of the question was this: if something was wrong back then, how is it suddenly justified now? There was no legal nuance provided, no constitutional clause, no indication that the situation had changed. What's happening with Chris Krebs? At the heart of the issue is Chris Krebs, a former cybersecurity advisor under Trump's first term. After the 2020 election, while claims of fraud flooded the media, Krebs stood up and said
that the 2020 election was the most secure in U.S. history.
That statement alone got him fired. Now, 4 years later, Trump has allegedly instructed the DOJ to investigate Krebs again, not because of new findings, not because of public safety, but because Krebs had publicly disagreed with him. Is this a standard legal review, or is this something much more personal? This raises a disturbing question. Are we witnessing a legal process, or a political payback disguised as one? A contradiction between words and actions. Trump once strongly opposed the idea of presidents interfering with justice. He accused the Biden administration of abuse for allegedly doing just that. And now, according to Swan, he is doing the exact same thing, openly, deliberately, and unapologetically. So the question becomes, if it was wrong when someone else did it, why is it right now? This isn't just about political consistency. It strikes at the foundation of democratic accountability. When the executive branch starts steering the justice system, where do we draw the line between oversight and overreach? The stunning response from Karoline Leavitt. Karoline Leavitt, the White House press secretary, was expected to bring clarity. Instead, her response left the room even more confused. She said,
"Look, the president signed that executive order. It's the position of the president in this White House that it's well..."
That was it. No legal precedent, no clarification, just circular logic. Why is this concerning? Because it suggests that the mere act of signing something makes it legitimate, no matter the motive, no matter the target, and that sets a dangerous precedent. If a stroke of a pen can validate any use of power, then what limits remain? A question of competence and credibility. Leavitt's response wasn't just vague, it was revealing. After just 3 months in the role, she faced a direct, fundamental question and failed to deliver a coherent answer. It wasn't a legal defense. It wasn't even a political justification. It was an avoidance. And when the spokesperson for the president cannot explain the president's actions, what does that say about the White House itself? This isn't just about one press secretary's fumble. It erodes public trust. It blurs the line between confidence and confusion, and it reflects poorly on the administration's ability to communicate with the public. Direct and unambiguous. That circular response wasn't just a sign of poor preparation. It revealed a deeper reality taking shape. Power is no longer being explained. It is simply being declared. When the spokesperson can't deliver a clear justification, we are no longer debating policy. We are witnessing a departure from principle. No more questions, no more rationalizations, because action speaks louder than any statement, and sometimes silence is the clearest answer of all.